I'm going to try and put 3 weeks worth of more positive thoughts and manifesting techniques into one story, so please read all of it if you're struggling with manifesting and law of attraction. Firstly, about my SP, I met them in December of 2020 on an app and we quickly moved from said app to Instagram, where our conversations were always fun and interesting, and I truly felt like they were a great friend. At that point I hadn't developed feelings, and everything was mutual. January came and we were still talking every day, and at this point I definitely enjoyed their company enough to be a lot more comfortable with them. Then February arrived, and we slowly distanced ourselves, still talking every day though. At the end of February and beginning of March, they had changed completely and I could tell, so we stopped talking. Now that I think about it, I was definitely caught up in my thoughts. Whatever I thought about my SP seemed to come true in some way, so my negativity was blocking any potential glimpse of happiness that I truly deserved at that time. My self-esteem was crushed completely because of my overthinking and because of how caught up I was in our relationship rather than on myself. I decided I would let them go. But not in the sense that I would cut them off completely, in the sense that I would focus on myself completely and improve myself. I started by researching manifestation techniques and even getting into subliminals. I decided I would make myself happy with the things I liked, rather than focusing on people who couldn't give me what I wanted. And not just them. I cut off friends and unfollowed people and cleansed my online presence to get rid of any negative frequencies. For 3 weeks, I spent my time focusing on school and myself. To my surprise, my barely passing grades turned into passing grades, and with every positive comment I got, I decided to work harder and harder. I drank more water, I started reading, and I even started doing jump rope as the sun set. In essence, I surrounded myself with positivity and positivity only. With more positivity and happiness, came caring less. Instead of spending too much time after school scrolling and feeling bad about myself by comparing myself to much prettier girls on TikTok, I used my social media presence to reflect me, where I decided to post more on my stories, which is something I'd never do since I cared too much about what people thought. Of course, after being so caught up in loving myself and enjoying my life more, I forgot about the manifestations I had said at the beginning of this process, and just yesterday my SP texted me asking how I was. To end here, I want to point out that my process was not easy. I cried a lot, I fell off on some days, and I had days where I thought I couldn't go further. Don't let people tell you that you have to be positive all the time. As cliche as it sounds, it is okay to cry and feel bad sometimes, but use that pain to let go of things that don't serve you anymore, and if you're strong enough, work around your pain and use it to your advantage with shadow work. Anyways, that was definitely a long story, but whoever sees this, just know that this is your chance to be a better you. If you want something, you can have it. Nothing is limiting you, so get rid of those nasty thoughts that only bring you down. I worked on myself for 3 weeks and was rewarded with everything that served me positively.